Good lord. Fool, how's it going, man? How you doing? Nice. Oh, that's not good. There's not enough sixes for that to be the case. Never mind. Never mind. Never mind. So fours, threes. Before you start, I also asked easy. Are you gonna submit a video for the global? Yes, I do intend to. Full. I need to spend some time to think about what I want to do, but yes, I do intend to have a submission. Have they given out a date by when it's due? It's probably in the tweet. I can't. Maybe I even read it, but I can't remember it. Let's do that. Currently working on my script. Have this started and done. Due June 10th. Oh, okay, dope. I've got time. Good lord, I'm so sleepy. How's your day going so far, Full? Or if your day just started, then how's your morning going? 3, 1. So these two are the only ones that can work, but that doesn't make any sense because there's not enough threes for that to be the case. And if I do this, are there 3 threes? Well, there's 2, but there's no third. Devil, how's it going, man? My day's been fine. I'll see if I can take my driver's test tomorrow. Oh, good for you. Okay. Are you feeling prepped, or how you feeling? So, 1, 2, 3 twos. That doesn't work. 1, 2, 3 ones. That doesn't work. 1, 2, 3 5s. That also doesn't work. 2, 3. What is happening? I'm the kind of person who isn't really steady, so we'll see. Okay. Well, do you drive? Like for my written test, I studied for like 2 hours. I passed on the second try. I failed my first try by 1 question. I'm still ticked about that 6 years later. I passed on the second try. As for the driving test, I was just like, I'd been driving for 8 months. Like, I know how to drive, so I didn't have any worries. Okay, I fucking hate Pip so much, dude. I can do the easy mode. I can't do anything else. Let's play was taken. I think that's the was taken. No, is that not the name? Lurking, how's it going, man? How you doing? I've been driving for 6-7 months, just worried about the parking, but that's it. Like, as in, is there a particular type of parking you're struggling with, or are you just not? I don't have fun with parking in general. No. When taken? Oh, when taken. Oh, that's what it is. I'm doing great. New trailer looks. I know the Alter trailer looks dope as fuck. So does the ASIC one. They all look awesome, man. Just worried about parking in general. I'm sure you know this, but like, a trick someone gave me, which I used when I was first starting out, that was handy for me. I'll tell it to. I'm sure someone's already told you, but like, I'll tell it to you anyway. So let's imagine this is the kind of center of the parking lot where you're driving. I'm assuming you're in a right-hand drive country, so you're driving on this side. If you're on the left-hand side, then just reverse everything I say, but principally it remains the same. Parking spots, parking spot, fuck's sakes. Parking spots, parking spot, parking spot, okay? Let's say you want to park here. You count out 3 lines before, so 1, 2, 3. You bring your or actually no, let's imagine you're going this way and you want to reverse park, for example, because that's where most people generally tend to have issues. I should have done this one in retrospect, but it's too late now. Okay, no. Okay, let's say you want to park here, okay? So you count out from the edge that's leading away, that's leading closest to you. So 1, 2, 3 lines. You drive close to the center of the road to give yourself enough space. You line your side mirror up with this 3rd line, and then you reverse and then you spin your wheel the entire way, and you'll line up damn near perfectly every time. You'll need to make minor adjustments, obviously, but that was something someone told me when I was first starting out. I don't really need it anymore because I don't. You just have a general sense at this point, but that was handy to start with. So, as for straight parking, you can eyeball it. Like, if you have to adjust a couple of times, no one, like, unless the guy judging you is really, really annoying, he's not gonna care. Like, if you try to park here and then I have to back out a little bit, and then you go here, I have to back out a little bit, and then you go here, he's not gonna give a shit. Just get it within the lines. Unless the guy's a super pedantic asshole, the front parking should be fine. Parallel parking does take some unfortunate practice to get used to. If I'm honest, most fucking drivers can't do it generally. I can give you advice for that one too if you want, but the honest answer is for parallel parking, you just have to do it until there's like a sense to it. I can give you advice for it, but I don't think it'll do much, unfortunately. This is my very, very dog shit drawing. Thank you for watching my TED Talk. Okay, where taken? Okay, hold on. Eileen Seed Shop. So this is definitely England. It's definitely not the US or North America in general, but it is a English-speaking country. Everything's in English. This vibe is giving me like the 80s or something. My instinct would be like Scandinavian countries, but Scandinavian countries don't have this much English. They would have their languages. So I'm gonna go with somewhere in the UK. Fuck it, I don't know. We'll go close to London because I don't know anything else about the UK. We'll go somewhere late 80s. It was the UK, 76. That's pretty good. That's good. How's your day going so far, Larkin? Anything special? Anything new? Windsor. Okay, well, Windsor can once again be the UK, but that's a lot of what I'm gonna guess is Mandarin. And given this day and age, I don't think the English would have taken very kindly to Mandarin, and Mandarin having been written so boldly on a busy street. I can't see the ethnicities of people, unfortunately. Nope, I was just playing games, got the notification for the trailer. What are you playing? Is it crazy that I want to... Oh, wait, Windsor. This might be Hong Kong. Oh, this might be Hong Kong. I'm going to take a guess. I don't fucking know, but we're taking a guess, boys. There are cars, but not many Hong Kong. Oh, devil, I called it. Let's go. Sleeping dog. This looks earlier than the 50s to me. I would have thought this was like late 30s. You think this is 50s? Yeah, we'll go early 40s. We'll call it. We'll split it. Give me Hong Kong. Malaysia? 37. I would have been right. Fuck. Whatever. I don't know the answer. Oh. Okay, well, I took a guess. I was saying Hong Kong. I was close. Malaysia's crazy. I didn't even read Hong Kong. Dude, that's wild. I just took a guess. I guessed Hong Kong based on English writing, but what I thought was Mandarin letters. So I was like, okay, well, good mix would be Hong Kong. Fucking guess not, I guess. Close enough. Close enough indeed. Wow, that's very hot. Oh, God, that's very hot. Ow. Okay, I have to try to read this sign. SYS system. So that's okay. That's acrylic. That's Cyrillic, not acrylic. What the fuck? Fuck me. I don't know. Okay. Light, how's it going, man? How you doing? Okay. So this is yeah, I'm thinking Greece, actually. At first I was thinking like some Eastern European country, but this is looking more like Greece. Oh, Lurkin, perfect timing. Oh, called it. Okay, you know what? Lurkin agrees with me. We're going with that. Now, here's the... Okay. Greece. Greece. We're going to go close to Athens. Why not? We'll go a little away in case I'm off, but... And this looks like the late 90s, early 2000s. So we'll go 98. No. My mouse is killing me recently. 98. Oh, 2004 Greece. Oh my God, we're fucking legends. Let's go. Okay, this could be a lot of places. United Nations. Okay, it's does anyone know what fucking flag this is? Because I got no clues, brother. Red flag with some green stuff in the middle. Yep, the ruined building sold me on Greece. Okay, I don't think the Greeks would take too kindly to that sentiment, but I mean, we did get you to the right place, so hard to disagree too much. Come on, give me some other fucking clues, bro. I know that's Turkey. I don't know. I know that's that. One of those is India. I don't. Are those different flags? What the fuck? Do you think that's Lebanon? I hate to say this, but unfortunately this individual seems too dark to be from Lebanon. I don't want to... This makes me think some African country. I mean, not to say all dark-skinned people are from Africa, but I don't know flags very well from Africa, and I sure as shit don't know whose flag this is. And Lebanese people generally tend to be very light-skinned, so... Oh, wait, actually, wait. Oh, why is this so dog shit? Why is the resolution so bad? They're sabotaging me. South Africa. I don't think that's the flag for South Africa. Is that a Lebanese flag? Okay, fuck it. Two people are saying Lebanon. Okay, maybe I'm wrong. Fuck it. Maybe my racial profiling isn't working. Israel. Where's Lebanon? Lebanon borders on Israel, right? I think. Am I wrong on this? Syria, Israel, Jordan, Egypt. Fuck up. No, not you. Eritrea? Oh god, my ignorance is showing. Where the fuck is Lebanon? I'm like almost certain it borders Israel. Oh, it's right there. Oh, it's so small. Okay, fuck it. This seems like 2010. Holy fuck, you guys were right. Good. Okay, I apologize for my bigoted nature. Never mind. That was based. Okay, okay, listen. I knew it bordered Israel, okay? I'm not completely ignorant. I couldn't find it. Let's go. That's actually goated. I would not. The other ones I can say like confidently, like I would have gotten, but like that one I would have guessed somewhere in Africa, just probably dead center Africa. Just taking a guess, no clue. Okay, this is the last one, and then we're gonna start reading. Okay, I'm one square away. Pip. No, dude, I can't do Pip. John Core Limited Partridge. No, I gotta restart. Okay, this is somewhere in the UK, I think. Or this could be Chicago, actually. Why do I feel like I've seen a very similar building in Chicago. Am I out of my fucking mind? Central... Oh, Lurkin. Okay, no. Okay. My goat says Chicago, we go Chicago. I'm thinking, since I don't see a single fucking car. Oh, no, never mind. They are there. So I'm thinking like 1890s. What are we thinking? English-speaking country, 1840s, 1850s. No, the fact that I see cars in the corner means it can't be much earlier than 1890, 1880 if you really want to push it. So, it definitely can't be 40s or 50s. Yeah. Alright, Chicago, 1896. Show me the fucking money! Oh, we're so cooked. Okay. Oh, that was so bad. 1920s! New Zealand! New Zealand, why are you so fucked? This is 1920? Why do you have like 2 cars in your country? Auckland is a really big city, man. What the fuck? This is cooked. Okay. Well, okay, well, you know what? We had 4 great rounds, so you know what? We take those, really. 737 out of a total possible 1,000? That's great. 74% of her rounding? Fuck yeah. I'll take those. I'll take that happily. Okay. I don't know how many chapters I'm going to do right now. It might just be like 3 or 4. I'm going to be honest. Because my throat still kind of really hurts. If I feel okay, I might go a little bit longer, go up to like 495 or something. But that's why I just left it as a question mark on the title, because I got no fucking clue how far I'll go. But that being said, let's get started on chapter 489, Held Up Suggestion. Let's go. I changed the photo at the bottom. I thought it was time. I will change the GIF tomorrow. I need to pull out my laptop for that, and it's dead. Yeah. Thank you for listening to my TED Talk. Okay. After another round of conversations, Derek suddenly asked, "Honorable Mr. Fool, what kind of hand gesture should we use when we like to thank you usually?" Hand gesture? It had never occurred to him to imitate the gesture of drawing a clockwise circle from the Church of the Goddess, nor the Church of Storm's prayer gesture of striking the left of one's chest with their right fist. This is probably the last bottom line of a fake god, Klein lampooned inwardly. Seeing Mr. Fool smile without a word, as though he was waiting for her to make another suggestion, Audrey suddenly had an inspiration and said, "Everyone, we should design a secret gesture to indicate our identity. Our tarot club doesn't have many members at present, so there's no need to worry about us appearing at the same spot and end up opposing each other. But in the future, it might be difficult to avoid that. We need a set of unique signals so as to identify friend from foe." Oh, I have an idea from that. Klein suddenly remembered the secret hand gesture he knew from a previous life. Just as he was about to manipulate the world to make a suggestion, Mr. Hangman opened his mouth. "No, Miss Justice, I don't think that's a good idea. Compared to other organizations, our tarot club's most striking characteristic is that members don't know each other. Even if, let's raise an extreme example. Even if one of our members are captured and interrogated, they wouldn't be able to affect the others unless there's someone who can resist Mr. Fool and enter this place directly, and that's clearly impossible." Amon would beg to differ with you on that one. "Once we have a set of signals and passcodes, traders can use the opposing faction to use these means to fish us out one by one." Are you that eager to flaunt your identity as a tarot club member? Audrey temporarily failed to provide a rejoinder as she stammered, but it's reasonable to worry about the situation you mentioned, but this can be avoided through our fixed interaction every week and creating a temporary gesture ahead of time, as well as praying to Mr. Fool. In consideration that she would be providing him large amounts of gold, Alger's tone gradually turned pleasant. He was like, "Oh, dude, I can't upset her. She gives me the monies." Audrey replied, "The simplest example is that the tarot gathering on Monday at the tarot gathering on Monday. We'll understand if there's a possibility of us bumping into each other, to the point of entering a conflict. Hence, we'll design a set of temporary gestures to identify ourselves. Once the matter is over, we would immediately abandon that gesture. If there's any situation and we're unable to communicate in time, we can use the opportunity to pray to Mr. Fool to confirm if another member is participating." Something like that. At that moment, Derek said in enlightenment, "Sorry, I asked a foolish question. Mr. Fool never mentioned any gestures to thank him because he was worried about us exposing ourselves." Sure, yeah, why not? He immediately looked to the end of the table. "Your wish steers our path." I just thought of a special hand gesture." Klein chuckled. "That's right. Okay, let us end today's gathering here. By your will." Everyone stood up, except for the moon, who then stood up, and Emlyn froze for a moment before standing up in a flurry, mimicking the bows of the other members. A deep red light immediately appeared in front of his eyes, as if his body plummeted, and he felt his body plummeting slightly. Soon after, his vision returned to normal, and he saw the dolls in various sizes in his room. I'll be back in a bit. Sounds good, Fool. Only until this moment did Emlyn completely calm down as he recalled the first gathering. Apart from Mr. Fool, the other members don't seem too powerful. Could they be like me, chosen for various reasons? I have the ancestor backing me, but who's backing them? What a joke. I originally imagined the sun to be a demigod who just escaped the pursuit of an angel. It turns out that he's only a sequence 8 looking to advance to sequence 7. A child who doesn't know manners definitely isn't an adult yet. However, the City of Silver that he mentioned and the experiences he has undergone are very strange. I have to find an opportunity to ask Lord Nibs. No. I first have to ask Cosme, as well as my parents. I'll see if they know anything about the City of Silver. How dare the history books of the City of Silver tamper with the feats of us sanguine? Miss Justice is from Backland, and she is very, very rich. Is she the daughter of some rich banker or some noble? Perhaps she's a banker or noble herself. Miss Magician looked at me quite strangely. She must admire the lofty sanguine. She doesn't speak much and didn't divulge much about herself. Yes, she's a quiet girl. Mr. Hankman is a mature gentleman. He knows a lot and has a sublime character. He's willing to answer questions from new members and is willing to provide the corresponding help and information. It can be said that he's very popular. The sun and the world are both willing to ask him questions and seek his help. See, like, this is so cool. Like, not every, but like most books do this to one extent or another, in that when they have an interaction of a already built up character with a set of already built up characters, they'll do like once that character leaves, his assessment of the different individuals. That's normal. What's really cool is that at different points in time, different people are receiving different members of the Tarot Club in their own sense. So Miss Justice and Klein see the Hanged Man is like much more reserved, and they're like, we know what he's really like. Whereas everyone who's newer, the Sun, Miss Justice, probably to like a lesser degree, because I don't think they've had too many interactions, and now Emlyn have like such a warm feeling about about Alder, because they're like, oh my god, he's so handy. He like answers our questions without us even having to pay anything. He's so kind. Like it's just so cool that you see the I'm not going to say growth, but the change of individuals have like a meaningful effect in how they're perceived by different individuals, because you're introducing a new cast of characters like pretty rapidly. The world is quite an unlikable person. When he speaks, it's like there's phlegm in his throat that he can't spit out. I would disdain even drinking such a person's blood. It has a dirty taste. He's very introverted and good at hiding his emotions. Furthermore, he produced a sequence 6 Beyonder characteristic and promised to provide a psychiatrist Beyonder characteristic in 2 months. How impressive. Aldra had a character arc? Yeah, exactly. Like, he had a character arc, and it wasn't just a superfluous one, like, oh, he had a character arc, he's a better person now, but then in like 100 chapters he returns to who he originally was, because that's what most writing boils down to. That's not what's happening. It's not that he's changed, he's just little by little understanding that to be more upfront with new members is really beneficial to him in the long run, because they'll be more receptive to him in time when they have new information, and they'll provide it to him without needing exchange either. It's like a it's a tit for tat system, but he's doing the tit first. Like, he's willing to give something without any immediate benefit for some prolonged excess benefit. Whereas with Klein and with Miss Justice, at first he was so hesitant about what was going on, he didn't bother with that, because he cared about the immediate. He cared about like, hey, I don't know if I'm going to be here in 2 weeks, because like all this is fucked, and like I'm technically worshiping a false god, blah blah blah. And now that he doesn't have that hang up anymore, he's just being much more intelligent about his interactions. As the details flashed through his mind, Emlyn discovered the Tarot Club was simple, but also not very simple. Mr. Fool didn't interfere much with the development of the gathering. He only seems to be interested in the so-called Roselle Diary, but he's willing to offer convenient services on the level of miracles to his members. At this thought, Emlyn couldn't help but feel a little proud of his identity as the moon. Surveying the room of dolls, he recalled his own problem. A relic worth 4,000 to 5,000 pounds. A chance to become a baron in a short period of time. This is really putting me in a difficult situation. At this moment, although Emlyn hadn't made his decision yet, he felt the room grow darker, as though he was shouldering a heavy debt. In the place above the grey fog, Klein pressed his thumb and middle finger of his right hand to one temple and gently rubbed it. He quickly sat up in the silent environment, allowing a small badge to fly from the junk pile and land on the long bronze table. The badge was only the size of an eyeball, and on the surface there were symbols that symbolized fate and concealment. It was the item that Klein had found on Lanovis's body. On the back, it was inscribed with the words, "You can join if you have this item," in ancient Hermes. January 4th, 1350, 8 p.m., Babur Valley. Klein's gonna join, right? The question Klein needed to consider was whether he should take the badge to Babur Valley tomorrow night to try his luck. Yeah, the fuck you should. Absolutely. Do a divination, but generally, just go, yeah. Frankly speaking, he was inclined to not delve deeper. Even though he had already advanced a faceless and was able to put on a perfect disguise, he didn't want to take the risk, because he didn't know anything about the gathering. A magician never performs unprepared. Bro, you're not a magician anymore. What are you doing this for? He muttered and took out a gold coin. He picked up the badge and a few other with his other hand and muttered to himself, "It's risky to join this gathering." After repeating this a few times, he flipped up the coin. The coin landed upright in his palm. This meant the divination had failed. Well, I get that result all the time, Klein. As expected. This isn't a problem of insufficient information, but the complete absence of it. He sat there in silence, letting the gold coin weave between his fingers. In the end, Klein overcame his curiosity and decided not to go? But that doesn't mean I can't get involved. Tomorrow at 8. Klein smiled and returned to the real world. Bro, you should go. What are you talking about? January 4th, 10:35 a.m. Klein stood in front of a mahogany table and picked up a stack of bills. There were 5-pound bills and 10-pound bills for a total of 100 pounds. This was the payment which the hanged man had just paid via sacrifice. The 15 notes made Klein's wallet feel much fuller, and he was finally able to buy his ticket in peace. Putting his wallet away, he picked up a thin human-skin glove on the table and put it on his left hand. One of the main features of Creeping Hunger was that it had a camouflage effect when it wasn't in use. Oh, that is cool, and couldn't be detected by most Beyonder means. Therefore, Klein was able to switch between its original appearance, gloves of various colors, and camouflaging it as skin. This time, Klein chose black gloves. Okay, I'm just going to add that in my description of the Creeping Hunger really quickly. Give me a second. He got pips. Medium or hard, Devil? What are you going for? By the way, Creeping Hunger is it's hard. Jesus Christ. Okay, good for you. Creeping Hunger is a grade 1 sealed artifact. Am I getting this right? To that end, Klein had specifically prepared an individual black glove for his right hand. Soon after, he placed the brown biological poison bottle into a metal box, sealed it with a wall of spirituality, and stuffed it into the inside pocket of his clothes. Anyway, I'm gonna go Red Devils. Okay. Okay, so you just came to complain about the notifications username? I will check out the photos you sent at the end of the stream username. I haven't checked them out yet because I was told not to. As for the sun brooch, as long as he wore it and carried it with him, it would create a hot summer feeling. Klein had no choice but to put it in the iron cigar case and hide it at the bottom of his suitcase. 9 purifying bullets, 15 demon hunting bullets, 3 exorcism bullets. Klein took out his revolver and a cartridge box, silently counting as he loaded them. Sound, how's it going, man? I saw this meme on my, it popped up on my Instagram page. I try not to look at Lord of the Mysteries stuff just because, yes, Sound. It's on the channel if anyone hasn't. I saw a Lord of the Mysteries meme. It was like this iron cigar case that has been with Klein for so fucking long has never actually carried a cigar ever, and managed to survive through the entire series. He closed the cylinder, inserted the revolver into his underarm holster, put it on the black tweed coat and half-top hat, picked up his cane and suitcase, and walked out of the hotel room. Apart from the all-black eye and the other items that he couldn't use still being above the grey fog, he was fully armed. Taking the carriage, Klein arrived at the Pritz Harbor Ticket Company. This company was located in a rather old 3-story building. There was a wooden notice on the board. Klein walked over and stood there, and glanced at the board, which said, "Things to take note. Maintain order. Do not urinate or defecate, as well as spitting. Find the guard in the lobby if there is a dispute. Do not open canned wolf fish in any of the rooms." Canned wolf fish? What the hell is that? $4.90. I feel good. Oh, you. Alright. Not the canned wolf fish. Okay. The lobby of the company was rather spacious, with 7 ticketing windows, but there was already a dozen or so people lined up in front of each. Jesus Christ. Klein took a glance and didn't directly go to the one with the fewest people. Instead, he took 2 steps to the right and arrived in front of an erected brown board. Yeah, it's on the channel. It just came out like an hour ago. There were many pieces of white paper posted to the wooden board, announcing all sorts of information about the recent week's passenger ship's destination, the ports they passed, and the prices. Before Klein could take a closer look, a staff member came over, drew a red circle on the second-class ticket of one line, marking it with a single phrase. "Sold out." So popular, Klein sighed. Of course, Pritz Harbor is the kingdom's largest port. Countless people pass through here to the southern continent and the colonial islands for opportunities. A middle-aged man who was standing next to the board replied in a clearly boastful manner. Let's go with the fallen creator. This is true. He was wearing a black bonnet, a black and white checkered uniform similar to that of the police, but he had no epaulets. He had a seagull badge hanging from his chest, exactly identical to the logo of the Pritz Harbor Company. The middle-aged man's hands, face were all exposed. Skin were bronze in color and rather tough. It was as if he had been exposed to the sea breeze and the sun for many years, to the point of giving people the feeling that he had salt in his wrinkles. Okay, that is an expression. Find the guard in the lobby if there's a dispute. This should be the guard, Klein remembered. Klein smiled and said, "You seem to understand this port very well. I was once a sailor with the Kingdom's Navy, and their main base was located in Pritz Harbor's Oak Island. I served for 15 years and spent a long time in the sea around here. If it wasn't for East Balam's war destroying my health, then I could be a sailor for another decade. I know this port as well as my body, or as well as I know my wife's body." Okay, that is a weird. Okay, I don't know why you would. Okay. A little cultured, but also a little vulgar. "You became a guard after retiring?" Klein asked. "No. I was crammed into night school for 2 whole years as a student and as a gatekeeper. Holy Lord of Storm, can you imagine the scene of someone my age reciting with a bunch of teenagers? And they know and remember words faster than I do. Unfortunately, my knees can't stand wet weather either. I would be a part-time teacher at school. I would be a part-time teacher at night. Those kids will make you feel young, but I won't deny that it's because I want to earn some money. When you have a wife and 4 kids, you have to realize that you have to support your family. Sir, you talk a lot. Maybe that's why the company hired you as a guard. I just saw the things to take note of at the door and found the canned wolf fish are not permitted to be open here. Frankly speaking, I've never heard of such a thing. The guard's expression became complicated. He pinched his nose and said, "It's a food that's popular in places like the east coast of Fasak and Gargus archipelagos. It's a wolf fish pickled in salt, but it retains the blood." And the smell. The smell is very stimulating. It stinks and it's disgusting. It turns out to be a food of unknown origins, Klein laughed. But I don't think anyone would specifically eat canned food while waiting to buy a ticket, right? No, you don't understand that feeling. Perhaps one day you will. There was once a barbarian from the north who came here to buy a ticket. As many people were lined up, causing the hall to look like a barrel filled with fish, he became anxious, so he opened up a can of wolf fish. In less than 10 seconds, only he and a few other guys were left in the lobby. My god. This is a biological weapon. An ordinary version of the biological poison bottle, Klein laughed. In the end, he successfully bought a ticket, and a new point to take was added in the notes. The result wasn't as he expected. The lady and gentleman in charge of the ticket also escaped. As you know, the brains of the barbarians are even worse than that of the curly-haired baboons. When I was a sailor, there was a rumor at sea that a group of thugs controlled a merchant ship from Rolls. That's a city on the east coast of Fasak. In short, the pirates eagerly opened their spoils. But who knew that they had barrels filled to the brim with wolffish? Can you imagine the outcome? They fainted, vomited, and lost their power. And the crew received their bounty award. Oh, that's hilarious. My god, okay, my throat is just fucked. Good story. Klein tried not to laugh. He returned his gaze to the piece of paper on the wooden board and searched for information for a ship. As a professional, he had previously divined which date was suitable for setting sail this week. It came out to be the 5th and the 8th. Among the passenger ships that were heading to the Rorstad archipelago, the Saint Havre and the White Agate suited him the most. There are still tickets, and the prices are about the same. £4 for third class, £10 for second class. Jesus Christ, £35 for first class. People who depend on the sea for survival more or less believe in the Lord of Storm. Even in countries like Intes and Fasak, there are fishermen and crew who secretly believe in this forbidden deity, in a bid to stay safe at sea. The name Saint Havre originates from the Lord of Storm. It has a certain background. Klein thought it over. He was inclined to choose the White Agate. Not in a rush to make a decision, he looked around at the guard. Do you know anything about the White Agate? Sir, you have a good eye. The White Agate is a steam-powered ship, but it also retains a sail. Its maximum speed is 16 knots. The captain is also very experienced. He was once the boatswain of the Royal Army, William No. 5. It should be the Imperial Navy. No, it should be the... William 5. No, it should be the Imperial Navy. The king has always claimed that he obtained the title of Emperor in Balam. In the Imperial Navy, no matter how outstanding or excellent the average person is, he can at most become a boatswain. He cannot be an officer unless you can satisfy your superior, regardless of what method is used. Oh, okay. Giovanna, thank you for popping by. Yeah, I'm still making my way through. I am, just starting volume 3, so I still got a long way to go, but I appreciate you popping by. Yeah, I'm trying to get as far ahead as I can before the Donghua comes out, so that I can hopefully provide commentary in a relatively, coherent manner. Praise the fool indeed. He cannot be an officer. No, whatever. Only then can you be recommended to the Pritz Naval Academy as a reserve officer. This is how Elend was forced to leave the Navy and ended up joining the White Agate, where he slowly became captain, one step at a time. If you're interested, Giovanna, cause you're new, obviously stick around. But if you're interested, we have a link to our Discord in the description if you ever want like heads up for when I'm going live or stuff, if you are interested in sticking around. I suggest you choose a first class cabin. That way you'll have rooms for 3 to 4 servants, an attendant who has received etiquette lessons, an appointed chef who has excellent culinary skills, a quiet restaurant where you can enjoy the scenery, a special room for smoking cigars, and a place where you can gather and play cards. Noticing the guard's detailed description, Klein couldn't help but feel suspicious. Didn't pay much attention at first. Oh, wait, hold on. What now? What do we have to compare? Didn't Klein narrate Alger's trailer? Oh, maybe. I tend to be lurker on YouTube. Oh, okay, sounds good. Fair enough. Klein might have. I'll have to be honest. I always have a rough time differentiating VAs. I can't tell. So I'm probably not the right person to do that analysis. Noticing his expression, the guard smiled in embarrassment. Elend was my boss in the past. He would often treat me to drinks and ask me to help him promote the first class cabin. But rest assured, everything I say is true. This really isn't the problem. It's a problem with money, Klein muttered to himself. Sir, what advice do you have for a maritime adventure? He asked. To suit Gehrman Sparrow's identity, Klein had modified his image slightly to make himself seem older and sharper. Adventurer. Many people in the queue turned to look at Klein. Based on his spiritual intuition, Klein instinctively traced a line of sight. A man in his 30s wearing a top black hat and a boorish face, weather-beaten wrinkles, a strong but not tall body, and pale blue eyes that had a lot of experience. Another adventurer. Klein and the man looked away just as their eyes met. At that moment, the guard squeezed out a smile. I'm sorry. I'm a bit too sensitive on the term adventurer. In my opinion, this is equivalent to a fugitive, a sea villain, and a person who goes against his pledges. No, I'm not talking about you. You want sincere advice? Remember 3 things. First, do not provoke pirates. Second, do not provoke pirates. Third, do not provoke pirates. Okay, bro. Unless you're a member of the Navy or Church, do not go against the pirates. Don't be fooled by the enthusiasm of the island girls. They're either pirates and want you to take them to Pritz, to Backland. It's not entirely their fault. In order to cheat them out of their body, many sailors, crews, and passengers paint them a very attractive metropolis and a very beautiful life, then kick them out of their beds and abandon them, leaving them in their original spots. Jesus Christ. What a bunch of vile people. Thank you. I now know what to do. Saying this, he walked over to the line with the least number of people. Behind him, the guard shouted, "And the legends of treasure at sea are all fake." Doubt it. Nothing is all fake, okay? If it was Alder's VA, I'm going to be a little disappointed. It isn't as deep as it should be. A deep voice suits Alder. You think so? If the VA that I heard was Alder, I thought it I thought it felt just fine, if I'm honest. It didn't feel like it was too quiet or too high pitched. I don't imagine, although in fairness, I don't imagine Alder having a very deep voice. I imagine him just having like a relatively normal voice, so. After buying a second-class ticket for the White Agate, Klein returned to the hotel and waited patiently for the night to descend. Alder looks like he sounds more mature. The VA sounds like Klein. Oh, well. Yeah. In the process, he had enjoyed the most famous fried fish in the Prince Harbor. He thought that the taste was pretty good, but he definitely couldn't accept eating it all the time. When it was close to 8, he went above the grey fog, holding the badge from Lanavis in one hand and writing the corresponding sentence in the other. The situation of the gathering this time. When the pocket watch struck 8, he closed his eyes and began to recite the divination statement. He had reason to believe that when the door of the gathering opened, he would be able to divine something above the grey fog with the aid of this medium. He had failed before because nothing had happened yet. This was different. Things were happening now. Klein soon entered a grey, blurry world of... he saw the Tussock River, flowing quietly, a wide river valley on two sides, and about a dozen people in different positions. They were shrouded in thin light, vanishing indistinctively or illusorily. One of them had black hair and green eyes. Leonard Mitchell. Absolute cinema. What the fuck? Oh, Leonard. Oh yeah, if you're interested, it's on the channel, Javina, if you wanna check it, or Javana, if you wanna check it out. That's probably still not the correct pronunciation, I understand. Oh, Leonard, we're so happy to have you back, buddy. Close enough. What in the actual fuck is this title, though? Why is this title just a straight up sentence? Leonard? Klein thought for a moment that he was mistaken, but the blurring caused by the rays of light wasn't that serious. Being familiar with Leonard, he was able to confirm his previous judgment. In the time it took to take a breath, Leonard disappeared, the light dispersed, and the valley returned to its midwinter silence. The scene which Klein saw in his dream shattered. He opened his eyes and placed the badge he had obtained from Lanavis on the surface of the table. Is it really Leonard? Or a faceless disguised as Leonard? Klein considered and flipped a coin. His spirituality told him through the medium that it was Leonard, his teammate from the Nighthawks. Is he the investigator sent by the Church of the Goddess for the gathering? Or is he risking his life to find an opportunity for revenge while keeping the Nighthawks in the dark? It was hard to make an accurate judgment. After a few seconds of silence, Klein gave a self-deprecating smile as he drew a crimson moon on his chest. I wish him the best of luck. May the goddess watch over him. Klein no longer bothered with the problem. Wow, you let your homeboy just go out like that? Not even nothing? You don't even want to... wow. He planned on understanding more about the gathering before deciding whether or not to participate in the future or to warn Leonard anonymously. Backland, in a secret room in the basement of the Steam Cathedral. Eikenser took off his hat, pressed down his hair, and sat in the middle seat on the left. Then he took out the ancient silver mirror, Eridas, from the inner custom-made pocket of his clothes and placed it in front of him. To his right, across from him, diagonally across, was the hive mind deacons and captains, all of whom had been summoned by the Divine Council, the Archbishop of Backland, Horamic Hayden, for a meeting. The Archbishop looked like an ordinary man, sitting calmly at the end. Seeing that everyone had arrived, he looked around and said, "Let's start with Eikenser. Tell me in sequence the investigation over the past few days." Your Grace, we were in charge of Sherlock Moriarty. After a careful investigation, along with the aid of Beyond Our Means, we confirmed that he was pulled into this matter. Prior to the incident, there was no evidence that he knew of Prince Edisac's problem. He and the dead Talam Dumas were friends, and he indirectly fulfilled some of the tasks entrusted to him by the prince. But there weren't many problems. At most, he had falsely made some fraudulent claims for his expenses. At that moment, Eikenser was a little worried because Sherlock was also an informant of the hive mind, and his expenses were likely to be somewhat exaggerated. That's what you're worried about, bro? Fucking like 40,000 people died, and he's like, oh my god, he might have expensed an extra £6. Fuck you. Old Neil's tips on expense claim? Yeah, exactly. In any case, his job as an informant was very effective and outstanding. The money involved was mostly just for commissions. Our conclusion is that he's considered an innocent party and there are no hidden plots behind him. He once keenly noticed the danger of the Red Rose Manor, but this is a typical example of coming to the correct conclusion from an incorrect deduction. He was afraid of the royal family's internal strife, and for this reason he had been slow in his work and didn't do any substantial investigations. On this, he reported it to us. Unfortunately, he still failed to avoid the matter, but he was lucky enough. He mentioned that the descendant of death happened to be monitoring the vicinity of the Red Rose Manor at that time. Hence, he was rescued from the perilous situation when the meteorite fell. The signs of the scene are ample proof of how terrifying that strike was. It's likely due to 008. Klein mentioned the existence of Insongwil and 008 in his letter. As for whether or not he knew the former archbishop and that grade 0 artifact, no one was concerned about it, because he was with Isaac Eggers for some time. It was entirely possible that he learned the information from him. This was also a conclusion that everyone subconsciously came up with. As for the matters regarding grade 0 and 1 artifacts, the 7 Orthodox churches constantly shared information on the rough situation with each other. The numbers were shared, and there was no repetition. However, we haven't been able to grasp the entire situation. There are 3 matters that are unconfirmed. First, 2111. What is 2111? Hold on. Do I have anything on this? 2111. Eridas indicates that after Sherlock Moriarty fled into the forest, he didn't immediately escape far away. Instead, he stayed on the spot and prayed to someone. Second, it's still unknown when he and Isaac Eggers got to know each other. Third, it's still unknown how he escaped the underground ruins. It's unlikely that he could have done so with his strength. And in this process, he had even destroyed the descent ritual of the Aurora Order Eikenser conducted. 2111 referred to the magic mirror, Eridas. Okay, never mind. I thought it was 211, not 2111. Okay. Hormick laughed after he listened to the recount and muttered, fraudulent claims of expenses? In any case, Sherlock Moriarty is a hero of Backland. True! Holy shit! Hayden Hormick, my fucking goat. If he hadn't stopped the ritual in time, and if he had been frightened at that moment and chose to flee, then most of us wouldn't be alive right now. Moreover, he had also displayed his faith in God and his friendliness towards us. As long as there isn't too much of a problem with him, we can pretend that we don't know anything about this tiny flaw in secrets. Your Grace, this is what we were thinking as well, Eikenser said. I guess his prayers in the woods, including the ritual of blowing the copper whistle, were to get in touch with Isaac Eggers, but the effects and speed can be different. In such a crucial situation, the only thing he could do was try to save himself, which is something that we deduced from the follow-up process. Yeah, it doesn't sound as deep, but it sounds fine. I guess Ancient Hermes is the French effect. What is the French effect? Apart from trying to save himself, he could write his will, another hive mind deacon quipped. We haven't found the underground ruins which Sherlock described. Even with the help of 2111, we're unable to grasp the location of the royal family's high sequence beyonders on that day. It can be confirmed that the Church of the Evernight received the information first. This came from the special channel of Earl Hall, but the specific situation is unknown. French is more guttural, back of the mouth, so it can sound deeper. Oh, I see. Most of the forces of the Aurora Order in Backland have been eliminated by us, the Nighthawks, and the Punishers. However, I suspect they still have some hidden strength. At the time of the incident, Sherlock mentioned that Trissy was heading to Backland, but no one had seen her since. According to Sherlock, she was a key figure and was renamed Trissy Cheek. It cannot be determined what method the Evernight Church used to capture the Demoness of Despair and the Butler Funko. Results via divination tell me that they're still alive, but they aren't free. Okay. And from my understanding, even the Evernight Church doesn't know where they are, right? It just says, like, it can be confirmed they're alive, but are impossible to locate even for them. Yeah. Hermes sounds like Latin to me. One by one, the deacons and captains reported their findings while Hormick half closed his eyes in thought. But all the efforts into finding Trissy Cheek, if she is still alive. Past me all the problems where divination have failed to provide any effective revelations. The church has a saint who's good at this, although it's not necessarily more effective than Eridas. As for the surveillance and investigation of the royal family's high sequence beyonders, it can be tabled. No need to worry about it. They've always known what they're doing. It's also a form of a warning. High sequence beyonders. Yes, see, so they have several high sequence beyonders, which makes sense. Continue the search for the underground ruins and report it to the Evernight and the storm churches. Eikenser, ask Eridas how Sherlock escaped the ruins, as well as how he got to know Isaac Eggers. Yes, Your Grace. He was sadly convinced that the legends were about to spread from just a few hive mind teams that he was in charge of to all the beyonders of the church. After a very well-rehearsed process, he opened his mouth. Honorable Eridas, when did Sherlock get to know Isaac? Wonder if they'll do interviews on the inspiration for each language. Maybe. I doubt it though. That'd be very in-depth. The silver mirror, which seemed to have eyes on both sides, suddenly started to glow with an aqueous light, quickly forming a scene. Sherlock Moriarty stood in a room, watching a rat with a rot belly burrow into a hole. Behind him was Old Kohler, and the owner of a budget hotel. He got to know Isaac Eggers while completing the bounty mission for him. That mission was issued by MI9, which originated from a coincidental conflict. With that, he chose to answer the corresponding question. He held his breath as he waited for Eridas to give a soul-piercing question. I don't have much hope for it either, just thought it'd be intriguing. Fair. As expected, the bright red words, "Do you know the feeling of trying your best to win the favor of someone, only to end up being abandoned without progress?" Yes. Congratulations, you got it right. January 5th, 9 a.m. With a grey scarf around his neck, Klein arrived at the Rose Wharf with his suitcase and cane. The white gate was docked there, unusually large compared to the height of a human. Eridas asking the hard-hitting questions? Fuck yeah. Eridas only asks softball questions of Klein, although I guess he doesn't even really ask Klein questions. It is said to be capable of ferrying hundreds of passengers. It had the rich characteristics of the age, with its chimneys, sails, and 12 cannons on both sides of the ship, necessary for defending against pirates and other peers. Under Captain Allard Cagg's arrangement, the chosen stocky sailors and crew lined up at the mouth of the gangway. Some even deliberately revealed their legitimate revolvers, rifles, and knives. It lets Klein cheat for reasons. I know. I have a feeling it has something to do with the Grey Fog. I don't know what, but This gave the passenger on the boat. This gave the passengers on board the boat a greater sense of security. They were no longer afraid of the journey that would take 9 days to complete. Okay. Klein stood below, looked up, and climbed this hanging ladder in the undulating blue water. My travels begin. 492. Yeah, I think this will be the last chapter for today. I think we'll keep it short. And then I have a lot of art to react to, and then and then we'll leave it there for now. That way, hopefully, I can hopefully be better by the morning. But not to jinx myself. Wait, is Devil gone? Okay, dope. As soon as he stepped onto the deck, before he could enter the cabin, Klein saw a figure moving through the cabin towards him. He looked over his shoulder with the air of indifference but hidden vigilance. He saw a man in his 30s. He looks a little familiar. Oh, right. He's the guy from the ticket office yesterday. I checked on mobile desktop. Ah, cool. He's actually wearing a trench coat at sea in January. He's quite strong. Good morning. We meet again. It was like greeting an old friend. The boorish man, however, wasn't surprised. He stopped and nodded, saying, Cleves, a former adventurer. Mate, are you in the same trade? I thought you knew. Yesterday. Gearman Sparrow, Klein responded. He didn't pass his cane to his left hand because he didn't intend on shaking Cleves' hand. I can tell. Being an adventurer isn't a beautiful profession. I've already switched careers and become a bodyguard. This time, I'm accompanying my employer's family to the capital of the Rorstad archipelago. Oh, Jesus Christ, my voice is so fucked, eh? He half turned and pointed to another spot on the deck. Klein traced where he was pointing and saw nearly 10 people gathered together. They were led by a plump, middle-aged gentleman. Klein could see a gold chain from his pocket watch and a bejeweled collar brooch. Next to him was a lady with a wide-brimmed hat, her face completely hidden by the dark bluish muslin that hung down, and her figure wasn't too bad. Standing in front of the couple were 2 children. The younger one was a boy who wasn't even 10 years old. He was wearing a child's version of a tailcoat. The other was 15 or 16 and was a lively and energetic teenage girl. Her looks couldn't be considered outstanding, but her pair of brown eyes were quite bright and intelligent. Hot tea for Sue. Yeah. It's not really... I'm just starting to get a little sick, Giovanna, so it's literally just that. It's just like phlegm buildup, and then it's just starting to irritate me because I talk so much, because streams. Around them were 3 people carrying suitcases and all sorts of items, a man and 2 women, all dressed as servants. One of the maids had brownish skin, clearly of southern continent heritage. The bodyguards protecting the 7 people were a man and a woman. They were dressed simply and neatly in white shirts, light sweaters, black coats, dark trousers, and sturdy leather boots. Hot drinks do. Yeah, that's why I'm drinking tea right now. It's helping a little bit, but I'll never be able to force licorice tea down my throat. I'll stick with, yeah, licorice tea is horrible. I don't like licorice in general, if I'm honest, though, so licorice tea is out of the question. The 2 bodyguards deliberately didn't hide the outlines made by their guns. They didn't relax as they inspected the approaching passerbys. 3 servants and 3 bodyguards, Klein asked. Yes, Cleves nodded. Klein was stunned. He didn't know why Cleves had specifically come to greet him. After recalling the novels, movies, and TV shows he had seen in his previous life, he gradually understood. He's a little wary of me, or at least someone who claims to be an adventurer. So he came to introduce himself in advance to indicate his identity and his job, to tell me not to have any plans regarding his employer. In short, you do what you do, I do what I do. Stay out of each other's way. Klein chuckled, carried his suitcase and black cane as he went into the cabin. I like that. I don't like licorice, the kind of flavor that's good. But sure. With a creak, he pushed open the wooden door and walked in. The room wasn't very spacious, just large enough to fit a bed, a table, and a cupboard. There weren't even chairs. The greatest advantage was that it came with windows. A warm sunlight shone in, illuminating the table and the bedside with pure golden spots. A member of the crew mentioned that the washroom and bathroom are for public use, with about 8 rooms sharing one. If someone urgently needs one, they can provide a wooden toilet, but one must pay the cleaning fee of 3 pence each time. I have to be grateful that the White Agate was renovated. It has many metal pipes laid, boilers are burning, and hot water is being supplied. Otherwise, my travels wouldn't be a pleasant one. Does this have licorice in it? I actually have no idea. It definitely doesn't taste like it though, I will say. Although the honey probably, if there is licorice, the honey probably also disguises it a bit. He quickly took out his necessities and placed them on the table for daily use. While he was tidying up, he sat at the edge of the bed, which wasn't too high, and listened to the long whistle of the steam. When the ship began to sail, Klein looked out the window at the sea and gradually withdrew his thoughts. He began to think about the most important thing that would happen, the problem of how to act as a faceless. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I know. He has someone like always reminds me, and it's obvious even just reading this, that he did a lot of research into what Victorian era England actually looked like. Like it's crazy the amount of detail of just like small stuff of like this was early when Klein entered Backland, but there was a statistic that he gave. It was like 1 in 6 women. I've repeated this like 50 times for anyone else who's watching, and I'm sorry, but the number was like 1 in 6 women between the ages of 15 and 55 are currently or have been a call girl, or a street girl rather, I think was the term used. That's a real stat from Victorian era England, which is fucked beyond measure to think about. Jesus. But like small stuff like that is like, whoa, like that's real detail. The smog of Backland, the smog of London, like just, you know, small stuff that makes the not cultural, but the class divide. Class divides have always existed, and probably, not even probably, will always exist. But like really understanding like, hey, there are people in the East Borough, or like whatever, I don't know what the fuck, whatever the poor version or the poor area of London was at the time, who were starving, who were like barely making things meet, and like if they don't have a job one day, they're just gonna die of starvation. And there's people like fucking Audrey, God bless her to death, love her, who's just like, so I just got £20,000 as a birthday present, and you know, that's pretty good. I've now come into a lot of I'm now liquid. I've got some cash on me. The money's not an issue anymore. It's like, what in the fuck? While facing the true creator's descent ritual and the powerful Mr. A, the decision to give up trying to escape and attempt to sabotage had allowed his potion to digest a little. Based on this feedback, he gained some new insight into the acting requirements of the faceless. You can disguise yourself into anyone, but you are ultimately yourself. This is the principle which marionettist Rosego was made to remember. I originally imagined that yourself refers to my original identity, but from the looks of it, that's not the complete picture. What is considered as yourself requires some serious thought. Love Audrey, but girl is lucky to have the terror. Yeah, I know. Because the problem is, and again, it's really easy for us to, say like, oh my god, she's so out of touch or whatever. But the truth of the matter is, we're all out of touch with other people's reality. You should try to broaden your horizons as much as possible, But the truth of the matter is, we all live in a very small box. The internet does a lot to alleviate that. That's true. But like realistically, we all live in like, okay, your friends are probably of if most are probably of the same cultural background, same ethnicity, similar financial background. Like you hang out with people that are so similar to you on so many levels. The ideas that you have they're so reinforced by the people around you. You don't really have a coherent understanding of lives outside. And that's not a dig at anyone. I'm the same way. Shit, everyone's the same way, okay? That being said, we should try to broaden our horizons as much. Like on a basic fundamental level, I understand there's people who have really rough lives. There's people who can't afford to eat. There's people who can't afford like all sorts of stuff, right? But echo chamber of your own circle. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, sort of. But there's a substantive difference from knowing it and seeing it. At least I had that. For the last time I saw someone who was like actually really in poverty, not like, and I don't want to sound facetious here because there are people living in poverty, but like in the Western world, we have a damn your latency. No, yeah, I have my shit cranked as high as my thing can go. Like my latency is as low as I could get it. Back in the day, it used to be like 40 seconds, which was fucked. There are people living in poverty, granted, but like there's a different kind of poverty that generally exists in the Western world versus what exists in the developing countries. Like, I would see homeless people because my high school was in a downtown area, and downtown areas you'll always see homeless people. It's just kind of a fact of wherever. And yeah, it might be. Two might be a little too little. But so what was I saying? But those homeless people that I saw near my high school were like a different breed. They were like kind of chilling. They were almost always on some kind of drugs. They would see us. If a couple of them were nice, they'd talk to you. They'd ask you for a couple bucks. You'd either buy them a coffee, you'd give them some food if you were feeling generous, and they'd go about their day. They'd, one of them had a fucking recorder that he played all the time. Like, great, whatever. But like, and then there's poverty from like someone in the third world who's like 2 days away from just straight up fucking dying if they don't get like food and water. It's like fucked to see. So I get it. Sorry, we got really off topic and in a really dark place. Jesus, I apologize. Yeah, exactly. Abject destitute. Yeah, literally. Does this correspond to the spirit of one's identity or their true identity deep down? Even back on Earth, Zhou Mingru had a lot of facades, which formed a social persona. In a sense, that was a big part of what wasn't real. Topic in terms of... Oh, yeah, exactly. Yes, when I become someone else, I take over their identity in order to not be discovered. I have to disguise myself socially, which is the same as wearing a different mask. When all the masks are taken down, there will be none left. What kind of yourself does a faceless see at the end of the day? What is the deeper meaning of yourself in that principle? That's a deep question, you know? There's I always forget, but I think it's a Japanese train of thought, which is like every man has three faces. The face that you show most everyone, the face that you show like the world, a face that you show your close friends and family, and then third, a face that you only show to yourself. It's like, so Klein is like trying to figure out what is that face that I only show to myself, which is, it's hard to conceptually think about, because you know, like, hey, when I'm alone, I'm like a little bit different, whether that means like I talk more, or I talk in a different way, or I articulate myself in a different way. but like you're different. But then to really understand, like, okay, what is that minute detail? Like, what am I when I'm alone? It's like, fuck, that's hard to think about. Mitomo, dude, username, my fucking goat, dude. This is to be explored and verified. As client thought, client's changed his position, trying to sit more comfortably. Remembering everything that had happened before, he found another question. In the underground ruins, I disguised myself as Inzonquil and successfully escaped, but why didn't I feel any signs of digestion? Does this imply that to digest the Faceless Potion, a superficial disguise as that isn't enough? Yes, that is closer to the use of beyond our powers and not acting. What? No, I just searched that one up. Oh, okay. I was like, dude. I was like, how? Like, I feel like username and I are on like such a similar bandwidth usually. What can stimulate the digestion of the potion is a disguise on a deeper level. Is it being a true substitute for a person? Becoming that person on a social level? Only when his relatives and friends are unable to find him for a long period of time does it prove that the disguise was a success. Although Mitobona doesn't seem to be a common thing, I think it was AI hallucinations. Really? It might be. Oh, actually, that is kind of true, because I don't even see a Wikipedia article for it. True. I wouldn't say... I think it's much more that it's... I think it seems that it's much more centralized in Japan, because I see a lot of stuff for it, but it's all in... but it's all Japanese stuff. That sounds stupid, but like... because it's a Japanese concept, but like... it doesn't seem to be an international concept, rather, I think is a better way to phrase that. Don't tell me that I have to find these kinds of people who have died in a foreign land but have a wish that has yet to be fulfilled. Not the word, just the Klein eased his baffling horror as he drew up an initial direction for his acting attempts. The higher the sequence, the more difficult it is to act. He sighed, took out his pocket watch, and checked the time. I have a feeling that Faceless he will digest relatively quickly. Like, I don't know, 120 chapters or something. Maybe something around that. But the sequence 5 potion, he's probably going to have that for a really long time. Because conceptually, the difference between the strongest mid-sequence Beyonder and the weakest demigod is like a chasm of difference. So I would assume that would be the same in his spirituality growth too. Like, it would take a long time for him to get that done. Thunder, how's it going, man? Since it was too early for lunch and the room was too small and cramped, he decided to take a walk on the deck and enjoy the scenery amidst the sea breeze. After the excitement of the first hour of the voyage, there weren't many people left on the deck. Klein walked along the side of the ship, and after arriving at a secluded area with large shadows, it's a warm, sunny day. Other than the strong winds which might steal my hat, there are no shortcomings. Suddenly, he saw the former adventurer, Cleves, busying himself in the corner. In front of him, there seemed to be a triangular blade, a dagger, and a short knife. My brain... shut down on Volume 2 stream. Dude, my brain shut down on Volume 2. Wait, what? The idea isn't Japanese, it's Portuguese about the Japanese? What? I think it really depends on the natural of act and how difficult client finds it. I think opposing his own nature. Portuguese missionaries and you're saying like you're saying the Portuguese missionaries that went to Japan had this understanding of the Japanese people? Am I understanding that right? Cleves sensed this and raised his head to look at him. Keeping a well-seasoned demeanor, he said in a taciturn manner. We're all old mates, and we have to maintain them frequently. At this point, he added, there are children in the cabin. Understood, Klein smiled. Yes, that's it? Okay. That sounds like an unbelievably mean thing to say about a culture, no? It's like, oh, they're really closeted, dude. Cleves lowered his head and continued to busy himself, as he casually asked, you don't seem to have these things with you. I'm used to using weapons that keep abreast with the times, Klein said vaguely, and I frequently do maintenance. Klein silently raised his dagger, looked at it in the sunlight, and said to himself, at sea, guns alone aren't enough. Pirates will board the ship and there will be a lot of people. Once you finish shooting your bullets, you won't have the opportunity to reload. Although these guys no longer keep abreast with the times, they're still useful enough. Yeah, well, Klein doesn't run out of bullets. He literally just has to go pew 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 pew, and he's chilling, you know. I prefer The Mask, the movie. We all wear masks. Oh, true. Yes. Very professional, as expected of a former adventurer. If there really are pirates boarding the ship, I'm more likely to choose not to fight back. Justin, how's it going, man? Cleves turned his head and stared at him for a good 3 seconds before retracting his gaze. Then he packed up his things and said in a low voice, it seems that you don't need me to remind you. You've already understood the rules of the sea. The bounty hunters who travel the earth and are often unable to be adventurers at sea. He skillfully hid his dagger, short knife, and triangular blade under his clothes, which dazzled Klein. Thank you, Klein smiled. Without speaking any further, Cleves turned around and returned to his cabin, leaving behind only his broad and deep back. Klein smirked, shook his head, and turned his gaze to the side of the ship. Blue waves gently rose up, and silvery white fish occasionally leaped out of the water. This fish can fly and swim. They're considered the family of the Lord of Storm by fishermen and sailor. So even if they were caught by nets, they returned to the sea. Klein leisurely admired the surface of the sea under the sunlight, as well as the flying fishes above the surface of the sea. An uncontrollable thought flashed through Klein's mind. I wonder how good their meat is. I'm thinking Yujiro Hanma. True username. Alright, now we have a lot of art to get to, so let's get to that. We're gonna leave it there today. Short stream. But I've been assured there is a shit ton of art, so fuck it, we'll react to that. Immediately thinks of food. The Foodaholic Empire. Jesus Christ. Username, how much did you send me? Oh, by the way, username, you were asking, yes, the memberships are now available if anyone is interested. For anyone that has already, has a membership, thank you so much. And if you're unable to get it, no worries at all, okay? If you have a couple extra bucks a month, maybe consider it. Alright, that's it. I'm not gonna, I don't have it in me to do hard sells, okay? I never did, so we're not doing any of that. Okay. Username, what the fuck did you send me? 26 new messages, brother? What the fuck is this? Excuse me? I mean, as much as I like chibi art, everyone knows this. But what the fuck is this? I said I don't mind. I said don't mind this. Oh, be that as it may, username. What the fuck? Oh wait. I was asking. Oh, you were saying like yeah to add different levels to the memberships. Oh, this was a little while back. I think it was you. Is that safe for YouTube? This should be fine. Is there a link to the channel membership option? I should just try on PC instead of. Yeah, I don't know if you even can do it on. Let me actually give me one sec. I'm curious. Maybe you can. Oh, for fuck's sake! We have boss music playing. Hold on. Sorry. You can on mobile, not on iOS. Yeah, I just checked online. It's not allowed on iOS. Apparently, YouTube, because Apple takes a 30% cut off everything you do on iOS. YouTube decided, fuck that, we're not doing that. All right. Yeah. If you want to stay for a little bit, username, we're gonna be finished in a little bit. You did have a good run though. If you need to leave, I get it. I mean, I don't really get it, but I'm too judgmental. So you say, is devil gone? Sounding all sad and shit. Dude, this is so good. Although conceptually, I think if Klein was the real body and then we had the shadow of Zhou, it would conceptually make more sense, because in that sense Zhou is more the shadow at this point. But this does also make sense in that Zhou is the real person, but he's now being overshadowed by Klein. I do understand. Can't remember if who the is this what is this? Who is this? Is this Amon? This is a... Wow, I was so sure this was a girl. Until, like, I really started focusing on the monocle, I didn't even... I was like, this is a girl. I don't know who this is. Okay, that is zesty. Okay, never mind. Username. Oh, Jesus Christ. Thanks, buddy. There. This is zesty, you know? I would have thought for sure it's a girl. Cat ears. So this is Klein. Oh, devil's back. I'm leaving. I fucking called it. Okay, well, you had a good run, username. Thanks for popping by. If you want to wait just until I react to all the art, feel free. But if I get it, if you gotta leave. Who are these two? Can you tell me who's who? The green makes me think this is Leonard, but I don't really... yeah, the green eyes, Leonard. Klein? This is a... I don't know if zesty is the word for that. Just androgynous. Okay, yeah, I guess that can work. Oh, this is so cute. Oh, I love this. I gotta say, almost all the Audrey art and almost all the Force art I've seen is really good. Even Madame Daly has really, really good art. Like those three, I feel like have the exceptionally best art, because I feel like, except for Audrey, I guess, there isn't quite as much art of them. Whereas like Leonard, Klein, I would assume Amon, and even Azek gets so much art that like some of them isn't that good. Whereas like Audrey, Fours, and Madame Daly, I've like every piece of art I've seen from them is like really good. I can't believe my anti-username powers are so strong. Dude, you're his direct counter. What the fuck? All the girls in the story are so good, and the artists... Well, that's also a big thing for me, Giovanna. None of the ladies feel like they're hypersexualized. Because like I feel like in... Now, I want to be clear. This is my first web novel, so, you know, I don't have quite as much dearth of experience in this matter. But like... in these forms of media, I tend to find that women are always so hyper sexualized that it's like they can't just be a girl. No. That has to, their sexuality has to be like top of mind all the time, and that's not the case for Justice. That's not the case for Fours. That's not the case for Daily. That's like any or Miss Sharon. Like none of them. Like it'll mention like, hey, they're really pretty, and that's it. It doesn't do any more. And even the clothing that they're described as having is like actual Victorian era clothing. It's no like it's not like, oh, like a woman warrior's armor, and then you see the armor and there's no fucking armor. Also, they don't just solely focus on the MC. They have their, yes, true. Yes, that's also a big part of it. I really like that we'll have like POV switches where like we'll see a part of the story from Audrey, from Alger, from Sun, from Fours, from like all, like that's really important. Like that makes the world feel so fleshed out to me. Gilgamesh, thanks for popping by, man. How you doing? Oh, this is so cute. Man, China gets the best stuff. Although I guess they make all the stuff, so that seems fair. Oh, God. Oh. Sorry, the tea's turning cold, and it just tastes awful at this point. Yeah. Oh, that's so good. Yes, I didn't even see this. Sick, but doing well otherwise. Yeah, you and me both, man. My voice is, I'm not doing great. Wow, this is really, I didn't even see the cat. That's really cute. Oh, that is really good art. RI is similar in that aspect as well. That's good. I was thinking about reading RI after I finished this, and then I saw Reverend Insanity's about the link that Lord of the Mysteries and COI put together, and I swiftly put that thought to back of mind. Miracles happen every day. Oh shit, sound. Thanks, man. I assume you had to log on to a desktop to make that happen? This is so cute. Miracles happen every day. It made me look like a duck in the water. Life was like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get. To make each day count. Just had to do it on my browser desktop. But yeah, thank you so much, man. I really appreciate it. These are so adorably cute. Most dazzling jewel of... Okay. So there's like 2 or 3 translations at this point, because I've seen Backland spelled in like 3 different... This is the 3rd way I've seen it spelled. Girls light, precious things just you. Miracles happen every day. Yo, got enough bread to be so... I wish I could read any of this, but stickers. The one that I've always seen is this. I've always seen, yeah. Sorry, the same as sound. For fuck's sakes. That's the one I've always seen as well. But the more I interact with more stuff beyond just my actual reading, I see more and more translations. If you remember this, the green text says any mention of it will be known. Oh. Cool. Yellow equals praise the fool. The other 2, I don't think I can tell you yet. Okay, cool. Probably have seen this. But which one is this? Oh, this is Alger's. Already have seen that. Is this another shirt? I don't know. Should I post this one on the channel? I can. I posted the ASIC one. Should I post this one too? This one doesn't, like, neither of them have much, but I mean, I'm happy to upload it. It doesn't take anything away from me. You're a landlord. You don't? Wait, you're a landlord? What? Hey, that, no, username. I believe you, brother. Forrest looks like a child here. My sublease is cursed. One dude went missing and the other went homeless and returned to Montreal. I don't think Devil even knows what username is asking him. Hamlin. The little son. Oh, they're all made to look like kids. Okay, that makes much more sense. Okay. Gearman Sparrow. Who is this? Oh, that's Audrey. Right. I don't know what he's asking me. Klein Moretti. No, I missed it. I know! Susie! She looks so cute! It started because he got mad since I undid my review for his... What did... You undid your... What does that even mean? I don't think anyone knows what he's demanding of you. He demands retribution. I don't think he demands much else. Alger. Miss Fours. No. Red Eyes. Emlyn. Derek. I took my 5-star review. I didn't read the novel and I dropped it to 0.5. Why would you do that? Right, I was gonna stay silent, but now I need to say something. I wanted to see you react to my stuff. I was afraid of this. Derek. Alder. Gearman. Okay. Okay. Audrey. Klein. Very good. That's really cute. I don't know what you want from me. Devil, before you say anything, I did take away your mod powers. You will have them back soon. I didn't want you to get frustrated and just time out or ban usernames, so I took it away for now. So it's so you guys can just have a conversation. You know, taking the nukes off the table, so to speak. You'll have them back at the end of stream. Oh, this is so cute. So, Sherlock. Klein? Is this Gehrman now? Is that what I'm saying? Oh, this is so cute. I love chibi art. Always. The real Klein. I just finished volume 1. That shit made me cry. Oh shit! You just finished volume 1? That's awesome, man. Volume 1, dude, I was so mad when I finished volume 1. Oh god, I had so many feelings. I was so frustrated. I confused so much. Yeah, I just finished volume 2 yesterday. So, yeah. That's awesome, man. How did you like it? Volume 1. Yeah, yeah. This is cool. But okay, this is hard as fuck. He looks like a mob boss here. Everything being shown. Oh yes, everything shown here is probably a spoiler too. So, we're happy to have you, but I recommend just if you're interested, just pop it. There's a link in the description to join the Discord. Join there so that if you have any questions as you're reading, we can help you answer them. But then beyond that, don't tune into the stream because you will definitely be shown some stuff that you don't want to. That'll spoil some stuff for you. Whoa, my god, he looks so sinister. What the fuck? At least one a day of stupid people on Reddit. Ah, oh my god. I think this is my favorite look so far. I think this is my favorite look so far. Sending this to you because Easy doesn't go into Discord. His face looks like he's powering. Okay. Organic licorice root. Okay, dude, damn, sound, I believe you. You ain't have to do all that. Okay, artwork. How much? Jesus Christ, we have so much artwork. Okay, Gehrman just brings us her an dude, like he looks so dope. This is my favorite look for sure. This looks hard as fuck. Look at this man. Those glasses are Wind Valley. Thanks for popping by. How you doing, man? He looks hard as fuck. He looks so sophisticated. It's like ho ho ho. Like, can you imagine? Like, this guy looks like he'd be doing your taxes, but he's actually an adventurer on the sea who's gonna be beating people's asses. That's way better. You know what the equivalent to this is? Hold on. I don't know if any of you have seen it, but it reminds me of The Accountant by from Ben Affleck. Ben Affleck in The Accountant is an accountant, but he's like some fucking black market CIA, not CIA, but like accountant who's an accountant. He does the math numbers and shit, but then he'll also kill people. That's what Klein looks like. He looks like someone who looks like he'd do your taxes, but then, you know, if you gave him too much grief, he would also snap your neck. So has he seen the Taiwan version 1? I think I've seen a couple Wind Valley. I don't think I've seen all of them. Yeah. Although, in fairness, I don't know how many there are either. So, is he playing a flute? Or no, that's not a flute. He's playing a harmonica. What the fuck is this? Oh, look at that! That looks so hard. He looks so sophisticated. My god. Milos wasn't kidding. There's so much art. There's so much art. So, just to confirm, he has black eyes in this right now? Is that right? Oh, wait. He actually does kind of look like Gehrman, bro. Hold on. Okay, you guys are seeing this too, right? Like, I mean, not a one-to-one, obviously, but like, y'all are seeing this. It's, you see, I mean, yes, he has an extra foot, granted, but like, this is the same guy. This is crazy. The vibe, yes, definitely vibe check too. Vibe check, they match for sure. They would have a great first date. Wouldn't even, you know, they wouldn't have any difficulties talking. I believe the description when he first adopts the look, he reveals that Gehrman is close to Xiaomingru, but looks older. Yes, they do say that, Giovanna. I do remember that. I sent you one more. Okay. Okay, sounds good, username. Oh, that looks so good. That looks really good too. Wow, Creeping Hunger is disgusting looking. Okay, okay, okay. Thanks for that. Yeah, I couldn't have done it without that one. This fucking guy. See, he looks so sinister. I feel like the old Klein wouldn't be doing... Like, there's blood, so he's probably, like, biting people. The old Klein wouldn't be like, oh, like, he's doing it with such happiness. Gehrman is just happy to be killing people. He don't give a fuck. He's like, you got a bounty, you don't got a bounty, you hurt people, you didn't hurt people. Who gives a shit? I'm gonna kill you. I'm in the mood for it. Look at this man. He's doing it for fun. Hold on. You know what this reminds me of? Hold on. This is the feeling it's giving me. Yeah, like he's just like you know, this, look at this police officer. He doesn't look like he's there for the paycheck. He doesn't look like he's there because he gets a good 401k match or whatever. He would do this job for free. He's just, the getting paid is a bonus for this man. Same thing for Gehrman. He don't give a fuck if there's a bounty, or he's just here to beat people's ass. Look at this. That looks very good. That looks very good. See? That's so dark. Is this going to be a really dark volume? The art is giving me real dark vibes. Here he looks so similar to the Kim Dokja from ORV here. Like, look at this. They look so similar. Oh, even more so like you, Jinho. Yes, you're actually right. Hold on. True. This is even better still. True. Just needs the glasses. What was that head to body wait, for who? I can't tell if any of these pings, no, I don't think any of those pings are working. Yeah, see, no emotion. He don't give a fuck that he killed like 3 people. Go back like 3. This one? Oh, this one. Yes. Yes, that is a tiny head. Yeah, I feel like they definitely won't work after type username. Yeah, I don't think even the username would have worked, if I'm honest. Yeah, based on the vibes I'm getting from the photos, this feels like it's gonna be a really dark volume. Yeah, but it does look good as fuck. Remember, it's just an act. True. Yeah, he looks like a full-fledged member of the Yakuza. He would do this for fun. He don't give a fuck. The glasses, those are straight out of a Yakuza game. Someone say no. Someone say that's wrong. I fucking dare you, okay? Those glasses are something that would cost you 2 million bucks in Yakuza, and they would give you like 400 plus defense, okay? End game item, for sure. Oh, you got... How dare you get blood on my glasses after I shot you in the face 4 times. God, have you no manners? Look at this man. Dead in the eyes as fuck. Someone on desktop tell me I've read. 2 mil is an understatement. True. I can't see the user list if someone else can. Actually, maybe. No, Devil isn't here at the moment. Oh, wait, is he? What the? No, he is here. Never mind. Yeah. Yeah, mine is clearly not up to date. Oh, God. Oh, this is really good. This is really good. I don't know, like all this complicated stuff I really like. I don't know. I feel like there's just so much happening. It feels telling of the story as a whole, where, you know, it just always feels like there's so much happening in the story. Like nothing ever feels stationed. Even now, like at the start of a new volume, it's like 4,000 things are happening. It's like, okay, well, what's happening with Isaac? I don't know. Why is Leonard here? I don't know. What are the hive mind doing about what's happening with the Aurora Order? I don't know. What's happening with the royal family? I don't know. Like there's just so much. Yeah, actually, yo, he does look like Yo Junho from ORV. Never mind. He looks so much like him. That is really good art. That is really good. I don't think he even remembers who it was. Who now? And he had some short black hair. No, but he gives me such strong Gehrman vibes. I will say the character naming has been so on point so far. Like the vibes that a character gives is so on beat with their names. I love it. Oh, Red Devil with username's question. I see. What is the question? Jesus Christ, that looks so terrifying. This reminds me of, you know, he would know who if he didn't stall it. Like, this reminds me of the Chainsaw Devil, from, like, Chainsaw Man. Like, jeez, look at this thing. That looks terrifying as fuck. I'm expecting to see you in Gehrman or Isaac cosplay as soon as the Donghua airs. Maybe we'll do like a thing for it. Too hard to explain was he said something and asked clarification. Oh, okay, no problem. Yeah, that's fine. I don't need to know. Klein may not be creative with names, but boy, when he acts for the roles, he goes all out. True. How much? There's so much more. Oh. What the fuck? I feel like I started reacting to art like a half an hour ago. What the fuck is happening? Are you guys sending more while I'm doing this? Am I in a fucking time loop? Jesus, that is... he's out of his fucking mind. Yeah, he is out of his... See, like... I feel like I see his... eyes are red in so many places. What the fuck? Like, not just one piece of art, like so many of them. Nah, never mind. Official black. That looks really good too. Should have sent. Yes, amnesia. Yes, seriously. Oh, that is really good looking. Took a trip down Ouroboros' tail. Yeah. I sent all the light novel. Oh, come on, Wind Valley. Come on. I thought, because I was down here and I was like, bro, I'm making progress. And then I popped back up here. What the fuck? You just fucked me. Red eyes for Gehrman fan art. It's just stylistic choice. Oh, I see. So it's because he's so cold-hearted or whatever. I see. Okay. Gehrman Sparrow. That is not how you spell that name, good man. You're very good art, though. But please. I understand. Small detail. But come on. Get it right. Very cool. That is terrifying. I don't like this one at all. His facial, he doesn't look like that's what he would look like. That is creeping hunger, like in the blade, true. But yeah, the face on this is horrifying. I don't. Motherfucker, did someone send more art? I feel like I went up again. Next person who sends art, you're getting a timeout on Discord. Wow, look at him. That goes so hard. Let's see through the door. Yeah. But that'll be in like 2029. Amon's little pinky toe. I don't think I've seen you here before. Thanks for popping by. How you doing? Yeah, that's not going to be for a long time though. It's probably going to be like a seasonal, like summer every year, hopefully. If I'm lucky. I'm looking forward to season 3 and 4 and 5. Jesus Christ. Okay. Very cool. Very good. Those bullets don't look like they've been spent though. Those are brand new bullets that he's just throwing away for some reason. Okay. It's greenlit for 5. Yeah, no. I am not saying it won't have the seasons. I just mean like they're gonna take a while. Gehrman's gonna be the next Gojo of anime. What is with the tiger symbolism? There's a lot of tigers here. It always used to be cats for Klein. What's up with tigers? I mean, tigers are a type of cat, I guess. Big cat. Okay, bro. Creeping hunger's gonna eat your face. Can't you calm down? Yeah, no. I know Klein is... Oh, Gehrman is big cat. Oh, I see. The whole 5-season thing was so over-exaggerated. It's insane. Cold cat, like killer, Klein, cat, cold killer. Oh, I see. Okay, cool. That is hard. Dude, I feel like if you send this to a rapper, there's like a 40% chance this becomes the new album's cover. What the fuck? This is so hard. This could do the same thing, but I think that's his left hand. Creeping hunger should be black. Well, yeah, but creeping hunger can be disguised, right? So that's not the only thing that's hard. Okay. Creeping hunger can be disguised as a white glove or a black glove or whatever, so it could be. Too many white tigers, not enough black tortoises. Yeah, I feel like NBA young boy, now that he's being released from jail, this is the type of shit he's gonna put on his next album cover. I did it. I'm guilty, but I'm out, bitches. Something like that, you know? Okay. That is also very cool, although his proportions are widely off. Like, I don't know. There's just something about the waist to chest ratio that is not working out here. That is a horrifying art style, as was intended, I'm sure, but my god, that is scary to look at. just oh god, there's so much. Oh, okay, a bit of it is actual text. Okay. Okay. It looks like he should be in Uncharted. Ah, that is really good. That is really good. Yeah. He's so cool. He's so cool. I really did not expect Klein to get creeping hunger. Oh, the full-on Gearman outfit based. Full-on Bloodborne. Someone did it. I'm so glad. What does that say? Oh, this is really good too. This reminds me of the Archer series. I'm not sure if anyone has seen Archer. Okay, not the most flattering picture of Archer because he is a very handsome fellow, but you guys get the picture. Seen bits before. Archer is hilarious. If you get time to watch it, FQ, God, I've seen it so many times. Don't listen. I have like 40 more. Jesus Christ, Ramiro, I can't do this. But it's also just Handsome Man. No, it's Handsome Man who is happy to kill because he don't give a fuck. Prohibition Sam? What? Science fiction is where the future happens first, and that puts the future at least 2 steps ahead of the rest of us. What the fuck is this? What Archer says out loud, Klein says internally. True. Because Archer doesn't give a fuck. Jesus, that is so hard. The imagery from Blood. I don't know what Prohibition Sam is. This is so good. Oh my god. This might be my favorite art that I've seen from here. Persona 3 core. Looks like a jaguar. Yeah. Yeah, it looks more like a jaguar than a tiger. Or a panther or something. Persona. I have not played Persona. I've only played Persona 5. So I'm unfortunately not very enlightened on the Persona games, but I did enjoy 5 a lot. This is volume 1? Yeah, clown. Okay, cool. That, I don't know, that looks so different from what I imagine Klein is, and Melissa as well. That's crazy. Audrey and Susie. Susie looks great. Audrey, oh, click the links. Oh. Yeah. Oh, I see, because there's more, of course. Oh, there not be. Each volume has 4 illustrations. Wind Valley, I will remember this. Oh, yeah. The illustrations are interesting. They're very anime and very steampunk. I can see that. Like, that does not look like Melissa in my head at all. Okay, that is not what I imagined the fool to look like either. He looks like an actual fool. I don't like the fool version. Holy shit, Wind Valley. What are you doing to me? No, okay, we're just checking out the ones on here, man. You're killing me. This is way too many. I can't. I'll check out the ones on here. This is great, but fuck me. I'm gonna be here forever. Why the fuck does Alger have purple hair? He has blue hair. To represent the ocean. What the fuck is purple? Trissy? Okay, see, Trissy I can get on board with. Trissy's, her only description is black hair, brown eyes, black eyes, and very pretty. Goes for that. How about just check the final one? Okay, I can do the final one. Okay, no problem. See, that's a fair request. I'm not clicking the link on all of them. Volume 1, Part 9. Okay, no problem. Volume. Have we already checked out the Alger character? Yes, I have, FQ. It's a Volume 1, Part 1, Volume 2, Part 8. Okay, okay. Leonard Mitchell. Okay, see, that doesn't look like Leonard in my head. Leonard is a fucking twink. This guy does not look like that. That's crazy. I mean, again, the artist interpretation, I do understand. I'm not saying they're bad. I just mean, like, it's hard this is why I think generally people who have read books have a hard time watching movies of the series. Because they have, like, very tailored versions of the characters in their head. And then when they see someone actually portraying that character, it doesn't reconcile well, and they're like, I don't like it. It's the same thing is happening where, like, I have a version of the characters in my head, partially based on my readings of them and partially based on the art I've seen, and the fact that it's not reconciling makes it look like fucked in my head. Sun. Who is this? Isaac's Pass. Sun, Audrey. Who is this? Forrest shouldn't be here in Volume 1 in the Tarot Club. But but this is Volume 1. Clown. How is Forrest in the Tarot Club? What is happening here? Did they just spoil the fuck out of everyone? No, like, yeah, again, I figured it was Forrest. Like, I could, based on descriptions, but, like, timeline-wise, I can't make that work in my head. Roseanne? Oh, Roseanne and Seekatron. Roseanne Seekatron, I think. Zaref, how's it going? Very forced, but damn, she fine. Zaref, thanks for popping by. We're at the tail end of the stream. I'll just let you know. One part. Okay. Dunn, Klein. Okay, Dunn looks very good. I'm totally here for Dunn though. Dunn looks great. Dunn I will give. 1-9. He told me to click on the link, so we'll do this one. Sherlock, Ian Wright, Moretti. I was busy yesterday, couldn't watch any stream. No worries at all, man. Down the one constant. Yeah, exactly. He's Seekatron is so underrated. Yeah, I know, even Roseanne. That looks fine, I guess. This is Sherlock. I actually don't mind Sherlock. Sherlock looks fine. I'm fine with this. I was saying the finale, not the part ones. Oh, but wait, but you wrote Volume 1, Part 9, and then you wrote Volume 2, Part 8. So this one, click on the done one. Okay, I forgot. Okay. See, yeah, this one looks fine. See, done looks. He looks like what I'd expect done to. I'm fine with this. Who the fuck is this? Benson? Okay. Benson also kind of vaguely looks fine. Okay. Death. Jurgen Cooper. The cat. I can't remember the cat's name. What's the cat's name? Ah, someone tell me. I can't remember. Sharon and Merrick. Sharon looks very cool. Brody. Yes, sorry. No, sorry. The very bottom, volume 2 is the last one. Okay, no problem. Merrick is interesting. Sharon looks fine. She looks, I don't know, I would still say a little off, but similar enough, I guess. You're disowned. Okay, I'm sorry. Lovia and Colin. My God. Am I losing it? I don't like Merrick. Yeah, I don't like Merrick either. Am I losing it? Or does this version of Colin look identical to some of the art of old Neil? Is anyone else catching this? Lovia does look fine as fuck, though. Jesus Christ, she looks so pretty. I imagine Merrick the same as I imagine Pisces and... Pisces and Wandering in... I haven't played that game. Oh. That's not bad, actually. Yeah, like he should look like Geralt. He's literally a one-to-one with Geralt. Force and Geo. Geo looks just like what Geo does, and even Force kind of looks like what she should here. I'm fine with both of these versions. The other Force version did not look like her, but that version of her looked just like her. They're roommates in the same way that historical figures from like the Roman age were best friends according to historians for like years. Like I think it was like Alexander had a friend, I can't remember the friend's name, but it was like he had a friend who he spent his entire life with. And then when the friend died, Alexander banned music. And he was so unbelievably depressed. I was like, dude, you think that guy was just his friend? You think that's what was happening there, bro? You think they were just best bros? I mean, don't get me wrong. Losing your bro is a, horrifying thing. My God, you feel real bad. But you think that's what was happening, bro? Emlyn White. Emlyn looks too adultish, if that makes sense. Emlyn, in my mind, feels like he should be a kid. Or not a kid, but like he should look younger. Because he just turned adult, and that's and like sanguines or vampires live for a long time. So like he should look very young. He looks like an adult. Looks too old. Aaron Saris. Okay, that's an odd person to have his own fucking cover, but I mean, go off king, I guess. Klein hunting down Lanovis. Oh shit. Get fucked, loser. Is this the one you wanted me to look at, Wind Valley? Is this the one? 2-8? Or the... Oh, no. You said the last one. Sorry, the last one. Or is it this one? Taiwan... Trissy and... For sequence 6, she doesn't... I feel like they should have made her even prettier still. Either is fine. Okay, we will then go with this one. Because I feel like cooler shit comes out of this one than that one. Get fucked, loser. Should have asked your god for more stat upgrades. Who the... Ince? Wow, he looks so distinguished. God, fuck. I wanted him to look dumber. Just he looks like an older version of Melissa there. Okay, don't say that, FQ. That is horrifying. What the fuck is this? The fuck? That's some horrifying shit. Yeah. All right. On that note, thank you everyone for another great stream. I'm gonna end it there. All right. It was intended to be a lot shorter, but I mean, shit. It was the last. That was the end of it, Devil. So. We're good, so we'll end it there. I don't really give a shit what that was. Whatever. Ince turns into a monster. Fine, whatever. I don't care. All right, that's it. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for popping by. If you're new, consider joining the Discord. Link in the description. And I hope to see you all later. Have a great rest of your day or nights. That's it. All right. Peace.